Hello everyone, I'm Brian Croydragon and welcome back to Classics for the Family. It's been many months since last I did this, but I'm making a comeback. And boy, isn't the subject of today's episode one I really have to... Well, let me just show you what it is. It's one of the greatest tragedies of all time. From the most civilized of all Afro-Eurasian peoples, the Celts, which are equal to the Egyptians, there's a lot of moving on. Oh yeah, do have some Celtic Britain ancestry. Today it's King Lear. Oh, that's better. There, now you can see. The title, it's King Lear. One of Shakespeare's darkest plays and one of many that was not adapted for Shakespeare in the animated tales. Because it was only granted two two seasons, with each one being 6 episodes. And even if it had been granted more, I'm curious if King Lear would have even have been adapted. It's a tale as old as time. The aged king wishes to abdicate, divides his kingdom amongst his 3 children. One of them says they love him just as a child should love their father, no more or less. He banishes them. Everything goes to hell. Okay, and let's move on. Let's start off with graphic novels first. And this one, coming from 1984, was illustrated by Playboy artist Ian Pollock. Illustrated by a Playboy artist. That should tell you something. No, it's good. The art, it's incredible. Very abstract, but no. At one point there's full frontal male nudity. When it comes to the eye gouging scene, the eyes are quite literally plucked out. What was it here? Was it with a knife or with scissors? I can't remember here. What the hell is that? Also, the clown takes off his nose completely. And there's nothing underneath it. It's not like a clown taking off his fake red nose and just being a normal nose underneath. There's just a gaping hole on the face. Let's not think too hard about that. Next up is manga Shakespeare's King Lear. Now this is thinking outside the box. It's set in 1759. Near the shores of Lake George. You got King Lear as a, I don't know, Iroquois, Mohican. The website in the back of the book both identify as being of different Indian nations. Cordelia is the only one of Lear's daughters who have held on to her roots, while Goneril, who has married the English Duke of Albany, and Regan, who has married the English Duke of Cornwall, are British-fied. I don't know how to explain it. They're going British! Right down to Regan doing something to her hair to make it look gold. Of course, the Duke of Burgundy and the King of France, Cordelia's suitors, are quite literally Frenchmen. So, you've got Indians, English, and Frenchmen. This is okay. Going on. The Earl of Kent is a Huron who was taken captive and ultimately adopted into Lear's tribe. So, I don't know how many people of you would get the reference. So I'll save that for later. As for Gloucester and Edgar, they're of European descent, but they're heavily, more or less, just settlers. They're not nobles, and as for Edmund, he's still illegitimate, but he's black. And when you take into consideration racial relations of the time, where am I going with? Oh yeah, a marriage between people of different skins would have been frowned upon. Therefore, Gloucester loved Edmund's mother, but cannot be with her due to how things were at the time, resulting in Edmund being born a bastard. It is very heavily inspired by the Leatherstocking Tales. And if you don't know what those are, it's a 5-book series consisting of The Deerslayer, The Last of the Mohicans, The Pathfinder, The Pioneers, and La Prairie. With our title character Leather Stalking also being the title character of the Deer Snare and the Pathfinder. He's the protagonist of the entire series, but he's not one of the Pioneers. He's certainly not La Prairie, because how can a person be... You get the idea. And he's not the last of the Mohicans, because unlike the movies, he wasn't adopted into a Mohican tribe. He was adopted into a Delaware tribe. Now granted... Wait, where am I going with this? This isn't the Leather Stalking episode, this is the King Lear episode! DVDs! Screen adaptations! You get the idea! Oi. The 1916 adaptation, probably... Oh, I should go... Oh wait, before I forget, there is a moment where King Lear, in the Shakespeare, in the manga one where Lear is completely naked, and you do see everything, so... Like the full text one... wait until they are very much older. This is probably the only one where I can say it's family friendly because of when it was made. Yes, it's got the tragic ending, but due to the times, you don't see any eye gouging. There's no full... Actually, none of the screen adaptations I have any full frontal nudity of any kind. Moving on to 1985 with Akira Kurosawa's Ran, which is essentially King Lear in feudal Japan. Instead of daughters, the Lear character has sons. There's no eye gouging because that had been done before the movie takes place, so thank goodness for that. No full frontal male nudity, but everything goes to hell. There's really no difference between feudal Japan and Britain of that time. Both savage places. And the next one is, in my opinion, the best. Starring and directed by Brian Blessed, this one clocks in at 180 minutes. 3 hours. It is the longest one I've got. As the phone, you've got Brian Blessed's wife, Hildegard Neal. Oops. And has perhaps the most disturbing version of the eye gouging scene. I didn't mention this for the manga Shakespeare one, but you don't really see the eyes being plucked out. The panel just shows an egg breaking, which I'm thankful for. But with this, it's just the right with the thumbs being gouged in there. It's beautifully acted. The sets are amazing when there are sets, because most of the time it's just the natural landscape, which is beautiful. And finally, we have the filmed stage production of the Stratford Festival's King Lear from a few years ago, which had Comfrey himself as Lear. I could say you might be able to show this to everyone, since it was shown during the daytime. And the one with Brian Blessed I'm not sure about, because of obviously of how disturbing the eye gouging is. But yeah, this has the eye gouging, but being a play, it's well, I'm not sure. With all of this is something you need to make a call for yourself. I really am not sure about all of this. And the fact that Ran is the only one with a rating on it, a rating of R, I'm really not sure here. You'll have to make the call for yourself. And hope you make the right call. Next week will be October, and I'll be doing 4 more horror themed things. Maybe I'll finally be able to get to Dracula. This is Brian Croydregan signing out. See ya.